starting to translate, seeing the youngsters coming up as little as as young as 15 years old in this Malawian side. So it's really translating into something very good for these countries.
Yeah, in the middle of your picture, Mozambique has been a real inspirational leader. Two brothers making their way out to the middle for the Mozambique team. The Consonko brothers, three of them in fact in the lineup. And if I'm not mistaken, two of them are about to open the innings. Daniel Jakil, the snappy right arm seamer. Francisco Cunha, all the emphasis on him that he's been entrusted with the responsibility in the T20 format to open the innings. And he came off with a very good score in the opening match.
He's got the slip mid-on, mid-off. Hey, feet static. Feet are static. Past the inside edge, through to the keeper. Surprised. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Inside edge, and indicated by the umpire. Again, he creates that angle, and this time Francisco does exactly what I said he should be doing, getting across but making sure that your bat is committed to the stroke. Daniel Jakil starts with a maiden, and yesterday he did the same.
Blessings Pondani. Tall, lanky fast bowler. Doesn't have the slip as a gully region area protected. And past what would have been second slip. Down to third man. A better start, and they off the mark, Mozambique. Still good. This is a lot better from Blessings.
His quickest delivery was that second one, which induced the edge. This time is much too wide, and Orango decides to leave that one alone to end the over. So 2 complete, 2 without loss. Just a little down the leg side, and a single picked up. Again, the angle, has it taken the edge? No, it's brushed the thigh pad on its way through. A good take in the end, but a very good over from Daniel Jakil once again. 4 without loss after 3.
I think some bowlers look to make those adjustments very quickly, very upfront.
You've certainly got the batsman very tentative now. He over pitches outside the off stump, and Francisco, you feel in a lengthy period, is not going to lose out on these type of deliveries. And a good bit of teamwork there in the end. Just 2 runs accrue. There should have been 3. Excellent delivery. That's exactly what the captain wants. A whole lot better than he was yesterday, is Blessing, using that height to great effect because he's getting that awkward bounce. What a brilliant finish to the over. Now that's what you want out of a fellow that stands at 6 foot tall. Classic over, 6 without loss after 4.
Did well not to find the edge.
So change of bowling. Jakil being replaced after his 2 overs has gone just for 1 run. Picked up those 3 wickets. 3 for 8 to go with his 75 or 51 that won him the man of the match. Has he found the edge? He has. He's got the break. Sami Sohail often does that. And that whole period of tentativeness has now resulted in a wicket here in the 5th over. And it's Sami Sohail that's got the break.
A difficult period for Lorenzo Solomone, and his opening partner couldn't get going whatsoever. On the back foot, tentative. And in the end, just pitched outside in that inviting area, that big booming drive, feet nowhere, and caught behind.
And I think that's because of the result of the first 4 overs that we saw. So tight that with a change of bowling, and so Zhao Ho comes into bat. Such a promising cricketer. He'll be happy to know that Francesco, the experienced batsman, is still there as a non-striker or his batting partner. Again, just searching that area outside the off stump. And Shah going after the stroke there.
And something very rare in T20 cricket inside a power play, maiden wicket. End of the fifth, 6 for 1.
So Blessing will continue because he's had a wonderful start.
Caution to the wind. Throws everything at it. Just outside the inner circle, and they turn back for 2. Much needed.
How does this one come out of the hand? Too short and well played this time. Gets hold of it very nicely and picks up his first boundary.
Yeah, just a glimpse of how good he is, Francisco. He's been waiting for that one on the back foot, and he picks the length very quickly, up and over for 4. A shuffle of the feet to get himself in line and just threw the hands at it.
Now he's the type of player that just needs 1 or 2 strokes off the middle of the bat. Zhao that's facing, last ball of the power play. He's looking for something fancy outside the off stump that just almost kisses the outside edge to end the power play. 13 for 1 after 6. Has he got the under edge? He's walking. The umpire's given him out. That's a very good catch. Just a slash. Something wasn't right about Francisco today from the moment he went out for the first delivery. And my producers just said, my directors just said something very funny to me in my ears. He says it's probably the interview that he had earlier today with Hussain Manak. Hussain Manak's had some effect on Francisco. Malawi should pay him some money. So out for 11 of 23 with the 1 boundary, and Sami Sohail has got his 2nd wicket.
That's the wicket they were looking for. Break the spine. And with the start that they've had, they needed to pick up 1 more wicket inside this power play. Impact player, this, Sami Sohail. Ball's being left.
And that's still for 8 runs, by the way. Plays an unorthodox defensive shot from inside of the popping crease. They've just kept the bowling team on top. 13 for 2 after 7 overs.
Edgy. It turns down the single. Up in the air. A couple of bounces, vacant area because everybody's inside the circle. It's a boundary. It's a boundary for Mozambique. It's 4.
Stroke play, and good to see as well. It's a length ball, but that's beautifully hit. Nobody back there. Madon's up in the circle, and he's just extended his arm and gone through with it. Lovely to see. So some positive batting. 8 overs bowled, 17 for 2. Over the top, or is it? No. Yes, it's out. He's tried to go over the top, but hit him high on the bat, and that's a simple catch taken in the cover area. Unfortunately for him, Sami Sohail picks up another wicket. So Philippe Kosa is on his way. Let's try to have a go here, but Sami Sohail's just been too good for the Mozambicans today. Pick up 3 wickets in 3 consecutive overs, and he hasn't conceded a single run. Unbelievable stuff. Jose Zhao. Now, another beautiful delivery, a bit of movement away from the left-hander, angling it in and swinging it away.
Backing away, managed to just punch it through the covers. Think about the 2, there's a misfield and they get it. Through for the 2nd, and that's the end of the 9th.
It's Muazzam Ali Beg, the skipper of spinner. 4 in the circle. Here we go. Those are the men out on the boundary. That's not a bad shot. That's not a bad shot at all. It looked good from the time the ball hit the pad. Played across the line, missed a straight one.
Immediately the finger came up from the umpire. The batter himself immediately knew he was in trouble because he was in front of his stumps looking for the leg side. And that's their 4th. Impact immediately by the captain. Immediately the finger goes up. Flight this time around, and it's drilled on the offside by Agostinho for a single.
Turn and bounce, not easy. Wonderful over from the Malawian skipper. He's just conceded a single run, picked up a wicket as well.
That's clipped nicely, confidently so. Says 1, but he's going to turn for 2. And he forces a misfield. That's what running hard between the stumps does.
Sami Sohail.
Bowled him! That's Sami Sohail. Been the order of the day from his side, just picking up wickets for fun. That's their 5th. It's 26 for 5.
So off he goes, 5 of 8 deliveries. And Mozambique now 26 for 5. Wonderful delivery. Have a look at that. Straight ball. Didn't really do too much, but you can see Agostinho tried to work this to the onside, squared up completely, and that actually beat the outside edge.
Tumbling, and here is Vieira Tembo at number 7 for Mozambique. His final delivery, Sami Sohail. A clear class above the others. That's his 4 for the day, 4 for 6. That is coming. Is it big enough? Is it long enough? But it's taken. It's a comfortable catch down and long off.
He's allowing for a little bit of bounce and turn. So Vieira goes. He's trying to score a few quick runs. Hit this straight down the throat of long off. He goes for 0.04 deliveries. Mozambique lose another one, and now in dire straits at 29 for 6. There we go. Held his nerve here on the long off boundary. Way here to squeeze out a few more runs and at least bat the 20 overs out. Certainly don't want to get bowled out. It's the 15-year-old youngster who's into the attack. Sohail Zahid into the attack.
Just the one blemish out in the deep for the youngster, Zahid, the 15-year-old. And because they're well ahead of the game and brilliant piece of fielding from his own bowling, he doesn't have a fine leg.
And an opportunity there, caught and bowled chance. It was hit firmly back to the youngster. He needed to be quick to get down and catch that one. It was, I think it was a chance.
Top stuff. I'm not quite sure if that was necessary. I'm not quite sure if that was necessary from mid-off. The other teammates of his aren't too happy, but end of the over.
Really bowling slow and a little bit of an appeal.
Bit of a
Runs
signal.
here, down to fine leg. There's nobody back here, and Blessing is after it, but he's not going to get there. So 4 valuable runs for Mozambique.
Interesting, there is a signal between Baig and his wicket keeper. There it is, top corner. Down on one knee, one bounce, 4. More, please. More. End of the 14th, 39 for 6.
A touch on the square side, and that's it. A little bit in front of him. Lovely hit. Look how far across he's got. Really got hold of it. Ooh, that's got to be a no ball. Youngsters toss this one up. It's a no ball. Nice bit of fielding on the deep square leg boundary. 2. That'll just be the couple.
Bowling moved too far across to the offside. A straightish ball from Sohail Zaid, and he picks up his first one. He'll be delighted with that, and more so with wickets in your favor. So Jose Zhao did try very hard. Remember, he came in at 1 down, 18 off 20 for him in the end. Clean bowled by Zaid.
Yeah, he stepped too far across, hasn't he? Previously, he walked across his stumps and hit one from Mozambique back over mid-wicket.
Bernardo Sambo makes his way to the crease. Can he just rally between himself and Lewis? So Jakil, who had a wonderful opening spell, 2 overs for just a single run, finds the edge. If it didn't hit the edge, there would have been a possibility of bowling the batsman, or maybe even getting an LBW in his favor. In the edge, the fine edge goes all the way for 4. And the best fielder of the tournament, unfortunately, unable to gather this one inside of the boundary.
I also wonder if his place, I doubt if there was a slip in there, if that catch would have carried.
Diving far to his left, inches off the ground. Short delivery. This was not the easiest to deal with for the lower order batsman.
That one for the over.
He was in fact the 6th wicket that fell. Gift Kansonko, one of 3 brothers playing international cricket.
Yeah, we should see Gift come out and open in the batting quite soon. Lovely delivery. There was a faint edge there. We heard it in the stump mic, and that's a good catch. Standing up to the medium pacer. Lovely catch by Chete on this occasion.
Very good catch. Standing up to the crease and standing up to the wicket, pardon me. So Luis Mavume departs for 5 of 16. And a fine bit of wicket keeping. It's not the easiest. Earlier we talked about a very thick outside edge that went over or across his thigh pad. On this occasion, the finest of edges taken, and that is the fall of the 8th wicket for Mozambique here in the 18th over. Just slowed it down a bit, did Gift Kansonko. And he kept it as straight as possible. And generally, if you keep it straight, you will have success. So that is the 9th wicket that falls. Daria out for 1. And Gift is celebrating.
Very well bowled. Straight as a die. Fired into middle stump. And batter turns around, he hears the death rattle.
This does happen often. Kamati Raposo coming into bat. So Gift searching for one more to try and tie up the innings. And he almost does with a very good Yorker, similar to the delivery that got the wicket of Sambo. Absolutely certain they finish on top and make sure they appear late in September for the finals. Ball doesn't carry. In fact, there's no conventional slip-in position. Well, he's really tried, you got to say, for a lower order batsman. He really had a good swish at it. Unfortunately, doesn't get any benefit out of it. And that does end the 19th over. Jakil, unfortunately, finishes wicketless, going for just 10 runs. Pushed out to the boundary. Does, in fact, oh, what a good attempt. Should have held on to that, Daniel Jakil.
I don't think he was expecting it, Aslam. I don't think at the position he's in, he was expecting a catch. And perhaps maybe just having a little nap.
He would so much have liked that. Now goes for the big one. It's up in the air. He's had a number of these happening. And Jakil himself drops it. Gift drops that of his own bowling.
Here's the total. Final ball remaining.
Well, he's definitely the fielder of the tournament so far. Took three classic catches on the first day to make sure that Malawi would post that victory after Limbadwala. Gift, that special delivery of his, which he just holds back a bit, keeps it very straight, and the edge accrues, and a single does too. To end the 20th over, so the innings for Mozambique ends with a rather disappointing score, 61 for 9. Bernardo finishing on 9, not out, and Kamate on 2. So here's confirmation with Mozambique being sent into bat earlier by Malawi. This is what they were able to score. Just 2 batsmen into double figures. Francisco Cunha at the top of the order with 11, and Jose João 18 in that middle order. A real chance to get going. No real firm boundaries that were hit. And there's the star of the show, clearly, Sami Sohail with 4 for 6. And then Muazzam Ali, the captain, picking up 2 for 12 and 1 for 9 for Sohail Zahid. There was 2 for 6 for Gift as well. And in general, all of them have performed magnificently given the fine economy rate. So Malawi, we feel have it quite easy. They just need 62 in the 20 overs. Stay with us when we come back for Malawi's chase.
A task, nonetheless, albeit 62. Here the opening batters for Malawi, 62 runs needed at a run rate of just 3. Francisco Kawana. If you're an all-rounder, if it doesn't quite work with the bat, you are hopeful it might quite work with the ball in hand. Not a lot to play around with in terms of runs, so they need to strike, and strike early. We're all set and ready for the run chase. 1 slip, and a fine leg, and a third man. Starts with a shortish one, doesn't quite get the elevation. And it's just collected neatly by the wicket-keeper behind the stumps. Fuller. There's a slight appeal from the bowler, but he's all alone. Off the mark, Malawi. There's a bit of a debate in the commentary box of the accuracy of the speed gun. End of the first. 1 for no loss, and Hussein Mana caught up with Francisco early on.
So, João, as long as both batters are alert and looking for it. They may have opened at some stage.
Bowl him on the money. 3 for 1. Just the start they wanted, Mozambique. Donex Kanchonko.
Yeah, João, that's wonderful bowling. He's skiddy as well. He does rush you, João, and Donex is on his way for 1 of 8 deliveries. Malawi lose their first wicket, 3 runs on the board.
Notice how wide from the crease he comes from. How wide from the crease he comes from at the point of delivery. Still continues to his left-hand side, which puts you off as a batter.
Sami Sohail. He's the all-rounder I spoke to earlier. He also holds the wonderful record of the highest average in one-day international cricket.
Better, a lot better.
Lovely shape from Francisco.
Still flirting in that wide area. And just happy to see it through. End of the third, 6 for 1. Full in a good position. He just clips it nicely off the pads and he's off the mark, Sami Sohail. A lot better, hustling through, picking up the single.
Good running, that's what they need to do. Just trying to get it ticking, get the scoreboard flowing.
A slower delivery again, well in position, Sami Sohail. He's faced 3 deliveries, he's picked up 2 singles, end of the fourth, 9 for 1. Bowling change. Not a bad surname. Needed to be stopped. Pierces it through. That's the brilliance of the man. And they'll just collect it over the ropes for 4.
Yeah, the trick here was how late he played it. Exquisitely timed, waited, played it nice and late. I like this view because you can see how late he's played it, opened the blade of the bat and threaded it through that gap. There we go, nice and square the wicket. Beautiful stroke.
Quick single to end the 5th over. 14 for 1.
So have a look at this. This is the lowest T20 score.
Edged between them.
Genuine chance here. Now, there was a slip in there, but the slip was a touch wide. And there we go. Good effort from him.
Quick single. Cramped for room, looking for 2. His partner says no.
The target just 62. So Predley halfway through, and their star batsman, the only pro in Malawi cricket, in the middle. Sami Sohail with that 2 runs, or that single, moves on to 15. Full toss, no ball called by the umpire. A little too high, so a free hit will be on offer for Sami Sohail. Free hit on offer for Sami Sohail. And it's a good, firm, straight hit that's going to run away for 4. 4 and over, as you've just heard the umpire, and at the end of the 9th. 41 for 1 in the remaining 11 overs. Not much of a challenge for them, having dismissed the opposition inside of the 20 overs for just 61. Kamate Raposo, right arm seamer in action. And there's confirmation. So 42 for 1 after 9. Kamate describe him as a top order all-rounder. That's a well-judged single by Gift. Sohail for a moment was a bit hesitant. That wasn't really short, but he's decided to go after this, as Sami Sohail wants to clearly finish this up very quickly. But the star fielder and Zhao makes sure that they'll pick up just 2 runs. It's a good firm drive. It's beaten the inner ring of fielders, but moves very nicely through on this outfield for 2 easy runs for Sami Sohail. Was exceptional with the ball, picked up 4 wickets again, 4 for 6. To go with his 3 for 8, making him the top wicket taker so far in the first 2 days of the tournament. And halfway mark we've reached, 47 for 1. that's definitely going to be declared a no ball. In fact, it is, and it's going to run away for 4. So 4 runs plus a free hit. They need just single figures now to... and I can assure you it wasn't table cricket or dice cricket.
Or French cricket. Waited an eternity. Could have waited until next week, but paddled it around the corner. And what's important here is that they came back for 2.
On a day that has turned out to be absolutely beautiful. It's dried out the top, the surface as well. The playing surface, the pitch, short delivery, top edge found. In fact, runs away to the boundary and beats the diving fielder. Runs away for 4. That comes off the Sami Sohail bat. 11 complete, 61 for 1.
He didn't even try, didn't even attempt. Just the one now required by Malawi. Sami Sohail with another performance today.
Felipe Cossa with ball in hand. We're almost there. Just 1 run required. Scores are tied. And Gift will be looking to score the winning runs. Short outside the off stump. It's beaten the inner ring of fielders. It's running away towards a deep point area. Fielder does get there in time, but the win has been achieved. An emphatic 1-2 by as many as 9 wickets. So well done to Gift and Sami.
At the end of this tournament, you might need extra luggage for the awards that he's going to pick up, because he is a standout performer again today. Standout performance, not just with bat, but also with ball in hand.
The last signal from Gift Kasongo finishes off the match.
Match number 4, SA Cup 2023, Malawi winning by 9 wickets. And a look at the batting card for Malawi. Just the 1 wicket to fall, Donex Kanchonko, and thereafter that all-important number 3 spot in all of these formats in cricket. Because once he came to the wicket, he calmed matters and took his side over the line.
Well, not much to say as far as the bowling is concerned. There was 1 wicket that fell, and I thought he was the star of the show as well, just going for 14 runs in his forwards. Zhou Ho, 1 for 15, and not the best day out for the rest of the bowlers. Not helped, of course, by a rather poor performance by the batting team, and there's confirmation. So 61 for 9 is all they could get when they were sent into bat by Malawi, and they've made easy pickings of their opposition. Have Malawi winning by 9 wickets.